Alright guys, in this video, I'm gonna tell you the literal secret to achieving your physique goals. If you follow these 10 commandments, if you follow these 10 principles of physique development, changing your physique, fat loss, muscle gain, I promise you, you will get results. All you need to do is just follow what I'm gonna say in this video, and I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Let's get into it. So number one, and most important, is gonna be calorie deficit. In order for you to lose fat, you need to be burning and outputting more energy than you are consuming. That creates a calorie deficit that allows you to lose weight. But of course, we want to distinguish between weight and muscle. The way that we're gonna be able to figure out a calorie deficit, you're gonna track things that you do every day. So steps, training, cardio, and then also you're gonna count everything that you put in your mouth, which is gonna be your calories. And by that point, you're gonna be able to figure out exactly your calorie deficit and how much weight loss you have per week. If you don't have weight loss, you need to increase either cardio, the movement, we need to decrease the food, and that is how you find your calorie deficit. So number two, macronutrients. So yeah, it probably is calories in versus calories out, but you can get more specific with macronutrients and meal timing and macronutrient timing if you want to optimize muscle retention and increase fat loss versus weight loss. We know that protein is more satiating. Protein is the building blocks of muscle retention, muscle building. It is the thing that will keep the muscle. So I recommend about 1 gram per pound of body weight, and just to split that into like 3 or 4, 5 meals to split that protein up into. And then we can think a little bit more about performance, and we know that glycogen is our most readily available source of energy. So in order for us to train well, perform well, we do need a bout of carbohydrates when we come to weightlifting and physique training. So we do want to prioritize carbohydrates, specifically around that workout window, pre, intra, and post workout. You want to have the majority of your carbohydrates, and then maybe like tag a few on after that. And then of course fats, like if you're natural guys, like it's going to regulate your hormone, it's going to be good for so many different micronutrients that you can't get from like carbohydrates and proteins. So it's important that you do have like some good healthy fats in there to regulate everything and to keep things moving, but splitting that up pretty much evenly over the day. There's no like specific time that you need to have fat. Number three, of course, guys, weightlifting, strength training. You've got to strength train in order to retain muscle and focus on muscle preservation. You need to send that stimulus to the muscle that we need to keep that muscle. Well, how do you tell your body that you need to keep that muscle? You need to send a hypertrophy signal via training in the gym. By training in the gym, the same way that you built that muscle is going to be the same way that you're going to keep that muscle. So we need to focus on training hard, stimulating that muscle, getting a good pump, and ensuring that you're sending that muscle building signal, that muscle preservation signal. Then of course, the dreaded cardio. Now, people hate cardio. I think you should really learn to love it. I think you should learn to incorporate it into your daily routine. It's amazing for heart health. It's amazing for pumps. It's amazing for endurance. It's amazing for increasing your hard sets. If you can do more hard sets, you will build more muscle, you'll reserve more muscle, preserve more muscle. So it can be a tool to increase that calorie deficit. I recommend just low intensity, steady state. I recommend starting about 20 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. And I recommend tapering that up as much as you need. The bigger you are, the less you're gonna need. The smaller you are, the more you might end up needing. The fitter you get, the harder you're gonna need to press. But ultimately, cardiovascular training can be a great asset to losing body fat. Number 5, nutrient density, making your body perform well. Giving the nutrients that it needs is going to come from whole foods, foods that cover all of the nutrient bases. Think about fruit, think about vegetables, different colors, different textures, think about different proteins, think about different carbohydrates, and cover that nutrient density. An underrated one here, hydration. I think a lot of people are underhydrated. If you're underhydrated, you think worse, you perform worse, you lose less body fat, you don't have as much muscle. That will literally happen from being underhydrated. So I really, really recommend you guys to increase your hydration. I recommend about 3 or 4 liters a day at a minimum. If you train, you could add a liter into that just to ensure that you are giving yourself enough hydration. But don't forget that hydration comes in more forms than just water. You need to think about sodium, potassium, magnesium, things like that. You can get a simple electrolyte powder from any local supplement shop or insightsupplements.com, Josh 10 for discount, to really like boost your hydration. Sleep and recovery, number 7. So sleep is literally where you burn fat. You exhale fat when you sleep. So improving your sleep, you increase fat loss. A huge part of when you release growth hormone, a huge part of when you build muscle, when you sleep. So having great sleep, you build more muscle. Sleep will literally make you do everything better. So we recommend about 7.5 hours a night as a minimum. Sleep works in sleep cycles. You have 90-minute sleep cycles, which you need to complete a full cycle to go for a full cycle of sleep, which is REM sleep, deep sleep, those 4 different stages of sleep across that 90-minute period. You want 5 of them, 7.5 hours. I have 9 because I'm that greedy. So sleep is huge for recovery and fat loss. Consistency and patience. the hardest two things on this list. Doing it every day, living in the monotony of wanting to lose body fat and having to do the same things every day, and being patient with the result and knowing that it doesn't happen in a month, it doesn't happen in 2 months. And this is one thing I say to all of my clients and all of my potential clients on calls. It's not a short-term goal here. This is a long-term. If you want to make long-term, life-changing results, you need to invest 6 to 12 months plus. And if you can get your head around that, it's going to help the situation a lot. The final two now, we've got stress management, which is huge. Stress is a huge killer. Time management, get things done on time, work ahead, go above and beyond, and you will improve your stress management. This might take a form of therapy, it might take a form of notebooking, journaling, it might take some other form, but it's important for you to manage that stress if you want to live long, but also lose fat. High cortisol can literally make it harder for you to lose body fat. So putting yourself in a low cortisol, low stress environment will improve those chances. If you need help fixing those causal problems, you can drop me a message below and I'll get back to you. Finally, and this is where it happens for the long term, behavioral and mindset changes. You have to understand that you're not doing this to lose some body fat and then go back to the way you were. This is for you to understand that in order for you to achieve the dream physique, this is now your life. And that is the hardest thing, and that is the thing that I draw most into my clients, that this is now your life to generally stay fit, watch what you eat. You can obviously eat other food, but like if anyone eats like an asshole, you're gonna get fat. That's just how it works. So watch what you eat, be healthy, move. Like that is now part of your life. And that is the most important factor about all of this. This is now your life. You make that mindset change, whether that be yourself or with a coach, I promise you that is like the biggest key to all this. You make that change, you will achieve what you want. If you are someone who is struggling to maybe connect the dots, maybe to understand all of the things above, you've got some of these down, but not all of them, you don't know how to get all of them down, or you've tried all the things above and you don't know what to do next. I work one-to-one with people to fix these issues and to fix these problems. The first link in the description box, you can book a free, completely free one-to-one call with me. On that call, we'll run through like a diagnostic. We'll figure out exactly what the moving parts are in your life, what the roadblocks are, and how we can unblock those and allow you to achieve your physique goals. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the link below if you want to talk to me one-on-one, and I hope to see you guys soon. Peace. Bye-bye.